Hello and welcome back to Ponds Forge. That was a short break, but we are here for one last time for the heat session of these British Summer Championships 2023. This is session number 21 of 22. 1:45, the women's 4x100 meters medley team event gets underway. Four by 100 medley relay for women. As I mentioned, this is our final heat session of the week, day number 7. Many of these swimmers had multiple swims, but everyone loves a relay. And there's nothing more exciting than these 4x100 medley relays to finish off our heat action at these championships. Our first event is the women's 14-16 years 4x100 medley. There are 3 heats, and these are your swimmers for heat number 1. There are 6 teams on the start list. 3 teams, definitely 6 teams. We call 3 heats, 6 teams in this first one. There will be finals for this event. They will happen this evening. They will conclude all of the action this week. That final session starts at 4 p.m. In lane 2, it's Mount Kelly B, 3, Wickham District A, 4, Camden Swiss Cottage, 5, Guildford City B, 6, Basildon Phoenix B, and 7, Norwich Swans C. In 7, going well for Norwich Swans, it is Amara Addison. Ella Coombs wears the orange hat of Basildon and Phoenix. Madison Emmett is in the middle lane 5 for Guildford, Lila Bias. For Camden Swiss Cottage, Catherine Williams for Wickham District, and Ella Justice of Mount Kelly. In 2, turned 3rd, just 2 100ths behind Williams for Wickham. Leading the way, it is Addison for Norwich up there. In lane number 7, as we come into the final 25 metres of the backstroke, stroke for stroke, it is Williams of Wickham and Justice of Mount Kelly. Our leaders, though, in your picture there, Norwich Swan. Addison will hand over to Isla Hamilton, who will complete the breaststroke leg for Norwich Swan. For Mount Kelly, it will be Lotta Schultz. Hazel-Ann Carter is in the water for Wickham District. Eve Harris-Brown for Camden Swiss Cottage. Holly Hopwood for Guildford City B. Basildon Phoenix B are with Gracie Parker. And Isla Hamilton is in for Norwich Swansea. The breaststrokers are reaching their halfway point. Over first in lane 2, it's Mount Kelly B. Schultz are having a good swim here. Carter is chasing for Wickham, and there in lane 6 going well is Gracie Parker for Basildon Phoenix. They are your front 3 at the moment as we approach the halfway mark. That is Lotta Schultz, and she will hand over to Edie Price, who's had an excellent meet this week for Mount Kelly. Carter hands over to Alicia Bethel for Wickham District. They are your front two, but going well now. Basil and Felix in the water, it's Holly Hawkins. For Guildford, it's Scarlett Sim. For Camden Swiss Cottage, Ines Quinlan Beetham. And for Norwich Swan, it's Emily Pitcher. Price leads the way for Mount Kelly. Still in second, Wickham District. But actually, it was Holly Hawkins who finished that first 50 of the butterfly very well to get the touch. Off the wall though, Wickham District's Bethel had the better underwater, and she's now up in the lead, going well. Put in Basil and Felix under pressure. It's Scarlett Sim of Guildford City as we come in to the final changeover for Mount Kelly B, and Price will hand over to Esme Stockley to complete the freestyle. In for Wickham District, it will be Annabelle Compton. Bianca Jamal goes for Camden Swiss Cottage. Alice Young for Guildford City. Sophie Palmer for Basil and Phoenix. And Sophia Thomas for Norwich Swan. There is the pink suit of Esme Stockley. She leads the way for Mount Kelly. Guildford having a good leg here, thanks to Alice Young. Wickham turn second, and it is Guildford that turn third now. Basil and Phoenix in fourth. In fifth, in lane four is Camden Swiss Cottage. And then up there in lane 7, it's Norwich Swan. But Compton is chasing with every stroke as we come into the finish. Mount Kelly have done enough to touch first, 4:26.28 to 4:26.53. Guildford City B, 4:29.82. They were your top three in heat number 1. Those results are now official and showing on your screen. Here is your start list for heat number 2. In 0, it's Isabel Hatton-Ellis on the backstroke for City of Swansea. In 2, it's Hutchinson Thompson for City of Salford. In 3, Isabel Price, City of Birmingham. In 4, no, that is all wrong. I do apologise. In 2, for City of Birmingham is Isabel Price. In 3, Basil and Phoenix A is Evangeline Pierce. In 4, City of Sheffield, Ava Cook. In 5, City of Leeds, Darcy Crossley. In 6, Newcastle's Evelyn Hallisey. In 7, Ruby Stevenson for Milton Keynes. In 8, Isabella Liptrot for Wigan Best. And in 9, Jessica Gable goes for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. Going well at the front of the field. In lane number 3, it's Basil and Phoenix's A's Evangeline Price. She is neck and neck with Wigan Best Liptrot up in lane 8. It's going to be Basil and Phoenix that hand over first. Jasmine Carter going on their breaststroke. We just saw there Scarlett Hutchinson Thomason of City of Salford hand over to Grace Jackson on the breaststroke. In for City of Swansea, it's Ella Bissett. Maurice McNee for City of Birmingham in lane 2. Annabelle Cooks in for Sheffield in 4. Millie Threlfall of City of Leeds in 5. Niamh Savory is in for Newcastle in 6. Danielle Seong of Milton Keynes in 7. Chloe Ridge is in for Wickham Best. And Abigail Smiley is in for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. Still very tight here at the front of this one. There is Carter of Basildon and Phoenix and Cook of City of Sheffield battling it out down the third 25 of the breaststroke. They're leading the way, but going well for Birmingham. It's McNee, the white hat closest to us. She's having a great swim. Still going well for Newcastle is Savory. And right there, one lane up from her, Seong of Milton Keynes. So now we have 5 teams in a line as we come into this changeover. And the touch does go to Basildon and Phoenix. Carter hands over to Sky Carter. In the water for City of Sheffield is Erin Tankard. Matilda Ashcroft is in for Leeds. Erin Jones for Newcastle. Desponia Giannakaki for Milton Keynes. Caitlin Mailer for Wigan Best. Lisa Stevens is on the butterfly for Birmingham. Anastasia Mustat for City of Salford. Charlotte Smart for City of Swansea. And Madeline Hind for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. Carter going well in that orange hat of Basildon and Phoenix. She has now got the biggest advantage we've seen in this heat so far. She goes through the 75-meter mark of this butterfly. Going well still in the battle is Birmingham and Sheffield. Stevens having a good leg here. So is Erin Tankard for Sheffield. They will come in together, but it will be Carter that comes in first. She hands over to Lexi O'Connor. In for Sheffield, it's Eve Doherty. In for Newcastle, Elizabeth Land. For Leeds, Emma Wood. For City of Birmingham, Bonnie Mooney. City of Salford, Nicole Adaei. Libby Geach for City of Swansea. Lucia Lopez is on the last leg for Milton Keynes. Evie Cutter for Wigan Best. And Lilia Fornasia for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson at the top, right at the top of your picture. But it is Basildon and Phoenix leading the way from Sheffield, from Birmingham. They are your top 3 at the moment. Coming back strongly for Sheffield here is Doherty in lane number 4. Also put in Birmingham under pressure from lane 7 are Milton Keynes with Lucia Lopez. But Basildon and Phoenix are going to take this heat. They touch at a time of 4:23.71 from Sheffield 4:24.66. And it was Milton Keynes and the City of Birmingham who both tie in 4:28.55. As we wait for those official results to be confirmed. There are the results, and there was a disqualification for the City of Salford. Here is your start list for heat number 3. In 0 for Cardiff City A, it's Amelia John. In 1 for Milford School, Megan Higgs. In 2 for Warren de Baths, Rosie Forster. In 3 for Guildford City A, Tegan Matthews. In 4 for Northumberland and Durham Performance, Holly Gilly. In 5 for Mount Kelly A, Blythe Kinsman. In 6 for City of Salford A, Katie Lee. In 7 for City of Peterborough, it's Vanessa Simiranova. In 8 for Northumberland and Durham Performance B, it's Katie Blunt. And in 9 for Warrington Warriors, Kerry Henney. Blythe Kinsman turns first for Mount Kelly A, ahead of Matthews for Guildford City. And third, after 50 backstroke, it is Peterborough. Mount Kelly already with quite a big lead going into the final 15 metres of this first 100. Kinsman will hand over to Gabrielle Idle-Beavers for the breaststroke leg. Going well up there in 7 is Peterborough, and Lily Davis will be entering there for them on the breaststroke. In for Salford, it's Gabrielle McCullough. In for Northumberland District A, it's Anna Finley. For Guildford City A, Charlotte Cope. Mai Rogers is on the breaststroke for Warren de Bards. Charlotte Hardy for Millfield School. Mary Gibson for City of Cardiff. Millie Cammack for Northumberland District B, and Gabriella Hunt for Warrington Warriors. Over first in 5, leading the way, still Mount Kelly A. They've had an excellent performance here this week, and they're leading strongly in this third heat of the medley relays. In a battle in lanes 6 and 7, it's City of Salford and Peterborough. That's McCullough versus Davis. They are now in second and third, but coming through strongly in 4. It is Anna Finley for Northumberland and Durham A. In for the butterfly now with Mount Kelly, Flavia Camsell leading the way. Good leg on the breaststroke there, Northumberland and Durham A. It's Sarah Talentire on the butterfly. Nancy Knights in for Guildford City, Kiana Kurtz, Warren de Bars, Asta Maddox of Millfield, Harriet Cole for City of Cardiff. Sadie Hunter is on the butterfly for Peterborough, Lucia Leslie for City of Salford. Evie O'Callaghan Hutchinson for Northumberland and Durham, and Isabel Hitchmore for Warrington Warriors. Mount Kelly with about a 10-metre lead, almost over Northumberland and Durham A, but the battle behind them is pretty close at the moment. Currently winning Salford, but it's all to play for down that final leg. And on the final leg, for Kelly, Sophie Ben, another swimmer who's had a great week. In for Northumberland Durham Performance, Emily Maxwell. Emma Hagberg goes for Guildford City, Ashley Drake for Warren de Bards, Sophie Davis for Millfield School, Anna Fox for City of Cardiff, Alyssa Volkovaya for City of Salford, Olivia Minute for Peterborough, Emma Price for Northumberland Durham Performance B, and Peyton Chesters for Warrington Warriors. Mount Kelly are through the 25 to go. They're about to go through the 15 to go. Behind them it is Northumberland and Durham A, but right behind them, the battle between Guildford City and City of Salford is heating right up, and coming back strongly in 2 and 3 are Millfield and Warren de Bars. Mount Kelly A take it, Northumberland and Durham A second, and getting that third place touch, it is Guildford City A. Just ahead there of Salford A. We'll wait to bring you those results once they are confirmed. As Sophie Ben leaves the water. Those results are now official. And there was a disqualification for Millfield School. They are your official results of heat number 3. So here is a summary of that first event. Your 10 finalists are here on page number 1. City of Birmingham, the last team to make it into that final. Here are page 2 of the results. There's teams 10 to 20. And page number 3 for you for the 14-16 400 medley teams relay event. We now move on to the women's 17 years and over 400 medley team event. Here is your start list for heat number 1. There are 4 teams in this first heat. Rushmore Royals, Plymouth Leander go in 3, Plymouth Leander B in 4, Northumberland and Durham Performance A in 5, and Norwich Swan in 6. Leading the way in lane 5, it's Libby Freeman for Northumberland and Durham Performance. The green hat of the Rushmore Royals, Isabel Buist, just in second position ahead of Ella Turner of Plymouth Leander B, with Jasmine Coleman currently in 4th for Norwich Swan. 30.23 was the split for Libby Freeman, 31.53 for Isabel Buist, 32.03 for Ella Turner, and 35.91 for Jasmine Coleman. Northumberland and Durham looking good as we come to the conclusion of the backstroke leg. Libby Freeman will hand over to Maya Hall. Entering the water for the Rushmore Royals, it is Rosie Richards. She will do the breaststroke here. So in your shot there, that is Maya Hall. Georgia Gussie is in the water now for Plymouth Leander. She is up and passing Rushmore Royals. Richards and Katie Andrews is in for Norwich Swan, up in lane number 6. Out in front though, with a healthy lead, it's Northumberland and Durham Performance in Maya Hall, 136.19, 140.87. Plymouth Leander, 34.76 was Georgia Gussie's split there, 37.57 for Rosie Richards, 34.72 for Katie Andrews, up in lane 7 for Norwich Swan. So she's having a good breaststroke. But there we can see the gap that has opened up for Northumberland and Durham Performance at the front of the field. Hall will hand over to Becky Watson. She comes in now. Watson ready to go onto the butterfly leg. Gussie will hand it over to Evangeline Belt for Plymouth Leander, and entering the water now for Rushmore Royals, it's Paige Austin Burrows. Rebecca Smith is in for the butterfly leg for Norwich Swan now, and all our butterflies are away. As we see the gap that Northumberland and Durham have as Watson turns 2:42.75. Next to turn it will be Plymouth Leander's Belt, 2:52.75, exactly 10 seconds behind Northumberland and Durham. 2:54.38 for the Rushmore Royals and Austin Burrows. 3:01.76 for Smith. As we're back now with Becky Watson as she comes into the final 5 meters of her butterfly leg, and she will hand over to Ariana Stokes. Entering the water now, Stokes with a sizable lead. It is Plymouth Leander who will go through the changeover next. Georgia Maguire on the anchor leg for them. In for the Rushmore Royals, it's Caris Capri. And now about to enter the water, Ruby Chapman for Norwich Swan. So all our freestylers are away. We're into the final 100 meters of this event. Turning at the far end, Ariana Stokes, 3:45.91. Georgia Maguire, 3:56.13. Still in second for Plymouth Leander, and Caris Capri, 4 minutes .57 for the Rushmore Royals. We see now in our shot Ruby Chapman going over to start her last 50 for Norwich Swan, as we return to the other end of the pool to watch Northumberland and Durham performance complete what has been an impressive display here in heat number 1. Plymouth Leanderby coming in 10 seconds behind Northumberland and Durham, as we turn our attentions to our final swimmer in the water, as Ruby Chapman brings home Norwich Swan in lane 6. So that concludes heat number 1. An impressive performance for Northumberland and Durham performance. There are your official results of that heat, as we move on to heat number 2. Here is your start list for heat number 2 of the women's 17 years and over 400 meters medley team. There'll just be a small delay before we get away with heat number 2. This is heat number 2 in the 17 years and over 400 medley team event. In lane 0 is Brompton with Thomasina Grove. In 1, Surrey University, Emily Ford. In 2, Swansea University, Scarlett Major. In 3, Plymouth Leander A, Beatrice Farley. In 4, City of Leeds A, Kidius Hodgson. In 5, Loughborough University, Rachel Anderson. In 6, City of Cardiff A, Rosie Domicon. In 7, University of Stirling, Florence Tinsley. In 8, Mount Kelly B, Olivia Martin, and in 9, Rotherham Metro, Daisy Purchase. Loughborough University lead at the first turn, 30.55 for Rachel Anderson, ahead of University of Stirling's Florence Tinsley in lane 7. Going well though now in 4 for City of Leeds is Kyrgios Hodgson. She had a good second 50 here. Also going well, 1 lane closer to us is Varley of Plymouth Leander. Loughborough University touch first 103.02 from City of Leeds, with Swansea University Scarlett Major just getting in ahead of Varley. As we move on to the breaststroke, and Paige Fenton is in the water for Loughborough, Leah Schlosschen for City of Leeds, Claire Hulo for Plymouth Leander A, Sophie Payne for Swansea University, Alicia Pollard for Surrey University, Pixie Lale Klasky for Brompton, Amy Crowley for City of Cardiff, Michaela Glenster for University of Stirling, Jasmine Takuna for Mount Kelly, and Amelia Osborne for Rotherham Metro. City of Leeds now in the lead with Leah Schlosschen. That yellow hat in lane number 4, moving away from the rest of the field. Plymouth are having a good leg here, courtesy of Claire Huelu. Still going well in 5 is Fenton for Loughborough. Working hard for Swansea, Sophie Payne as Leeds lead at the halfway point. In the water now for them, it is Isabel Goodwin on the butterfly leg. She's got just over a body length lead from Loughborough in 5. Harriet Rogers swimming for Loughborough. In for Plymouth Leander, it's Amber Downham, and in for Swansea, it's Catherine Ellen Roberts. But going well in lane number 6 for the City of Cardiff, it's Eloise Rathbone-Jones. She's pulled herself back into this and given Cardiff a fighting chance. As Chloe Barron is in for Mount Kelly, Madison Johnson for Rotherham Metro, Amy Brownings for Surrey University, and Rachel Harris for Brompton. But this is where the race is at the moment. Goodwin for Leeds will hand over to Lara Thompson for the freestyle length. Harriet Rogers hands over to Sophie de Groot for Loughborough. In the water for Cardiff, it's Libby Broder, Kathleen Dawson in for the University of Stirling, Josephine Klein for Mount Kelly B, Molly Fisher for Rotherham Metro, Evie Float is in for Plymouth Leander A, Rebecca Sutton for Swansea University, Rhiannon Bowen for Surrey University, and Matilda Lack for Brompton. Now level at the turn, Loughborough University, Sophie Groot, and City of Leeds, Lara Thompson. They've just gone out of shot. Go in 3rd at the moment. In 2, it's Swansea University, Rebecca Sutton. They are your top 3. Cardiff have passed Plymouth Leander to be 4th as we come into the finish here. It will be Loughborough University a touch first. 4:15.55 for them. Leeds 4:16.19. Cardiff 4th behind their Welsh rivals, Swansea University, touching 3rd, 4:17.05. That was heat number 2. And here are your official results for that one. Here is your start list for heat number 3. In 0, it's Anaconda and Isabel Eiley. In 1, City of Cardiff B, Kelsey Donovan. In 2, Royal Wolverhampton, Lily Mae Marston. In 3, Mount Kelly A, Leah Whittaker. In 4, City of Sheffield, Candice Hall. In 5, Repton A, Lucy Hitchin. In 6, City of Manchester, Molly Garrett. In 7, City of Bristol, Leah Evans. In 8, Birmingham University's Charlotte Harris. And in lane 9, University of Nottingham, Madeline Soper. Over first, it is Mount Kelly A, 30.47 for Whittaker. Next, it's City of Sheffield, 30.95 for Hall. And in third at that turn was City of Manchester, with Garrett turning in 31.31. In lane 3 there, that is Whittaker for Mount Kelly. They are going well down this first 100. Coming back well is Garrett of City of Manchester, just out of shot. But it will be Mount Kelly that lead after the first 100 metres. Sophie Basington on the breaststroke for them. Second to touch it was City of Manchester. Denisa Elena Gogo is in on the breaststroke for them. Sienna Robinson swimming the breaststroke for the City of Sheffield. Louise Jones for Royal Wolverhampton. Phoebe Williams-Jones for Cardiff. Annabelle Dewhurst for Anaconda. Holly Robinson is in for Repton A. Ella Jenkins for City of Bristol. Ellie Sybil Perkins for Birmingham University and Ellie Ward for University of Nottingham. Sheffield now lead, courtesy of Robinson, 136.18 from Mount Kelly, with City of Manchester in third. Going well in lane number 2, it's Royal Wolverhampton with Louise Jones. They are your front 4 at the moment. Repton are coming through in 5 with Henrietta Damassa. As we go on to the butterfly, and Sheffield lead the way. Annabelle Williamson is in for them. Henrietta Damassa has entered the water for Repton now. Robinson handing over to her. One lane closer to us than Sheffield. Here we see that tight battle at the front. That is Mount Kelly A's Beth Hall. They touch together, 2:43.28. Chloe Harris is in for Royal Wolverhampton. Isabella Morgan for City of Cardiff. Lily Waite for Anaconda. Rebecca Ramore for City of Manchester. Jessica Lawton for Bristol. Larissa Dean for Birmingham. And Anna Stansfield for the University of Nottingham. Wilkinson just leading here into the final 15 metres of the butterfly for Sheffield, ahead of Hall of Mount Kelly. Behind them, there's 3 swimmers in a line, with Damassa trying to get into that line for Repton. Sheffield do touch first by a quarter of a second. Wilkinson hands over to Shola Robinson, who's now in on the freestyle. Erin Little is in the water for Mount Kelly. In third at the moment, it's Royal Wolverhampton with Amy Monks. Marie Faulkner's in for the City of Cardiff. Mabel Hayes for Anaconda in lane 0. Maria Romanovskaya is in for Repton A. Mia Mason for City of Manchester. Anna Uren for Bristol. Abby Lacey for Birmingham University. And Casey Hammond for the University of Nottingham. Now into the lead. It's back with Mount Kelly. They're back in the lead, but not giving up is Shola Robinson. She chases down Erin Little. Working hard for Repton in 5. It's Romanovskaya. She tries to overhaul Monks of Royal Wolverhampton, but it is Mount Kelly that touched first, ahead of City of Sheffield, with Royal Wolverhampton holding on for third by 0.32 of a second. We just watch now as Anaconda and University of Birmingham finished almost together. The City of Cardiff B finishing in 10th in that heat. There are your official results of heat number 3. And we will bring you a summary of all of those results, because I know there's a lot of action to keep up with in the relay. They are the top 10. They will progress through to the final. there are your 11 to 20. So City of Manchester first reserves for that final tonight. And there are your teams 21 to 24. That concludes all of the heats action here at this year's British Summer Championships. We've only got one session left, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a final session. It starts at 4 o'clock, and this is what you've got to look forward to. The men's 400 metres freestyle, the women's 100 breaststroke, men's 200 metres backstroke, women's 100 metres butterfly, followed by the men's 50 butterfly. Then it's the relays, women's 4x100 medley teams and the men's 4x100 medley teams. Join us at 4 o'clock for our final evening's action. Heats are now concluded, so all that's left is those finals at 4 o'clock. Thank you. See you then. Goodbye.
Feeling that cost of living crunch? Labara are here to help.
All I want is great customer service and network, but for less.
That's why Labara gives you 15 gigabytes of 5G data and unlimited UK minutes and text for just £10 a month. Plus, no contract, change or cancel anytime.
An excellent customer service.
So what's stopping you joining the bill-busting revolution? Labara. More for less.
Half is fake, but everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. Hey!